Hey folks, this kid back again. Sorry you can't see me, but I'd rather show you how to do something on my screen than to tell you, oh, just believe me. Got to go here and go there. It's easier to show you than it is to just tell you. So today I'm going to show you how I use Shotcut. Um, it for trimming my videos, editing them down, editing the sound so this way here it's not blowing everybody's eardrums out. Editing the splashes and how to put pieces together and take pieces out and the whole 9 yards. So let's jump right into it. I've already got Shotcut open, and the first thing you're going to see is this interface like this. You won't see these. It's just my recent projects that I worked on. Um, but the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure your computer's going to be able to handle your video mode. For my computer, yeah, I gotta go with basically the lowest setting because my computer's a really slow piece of junk, and running Shotcut and OBS Studio on at the same time, this video is going to be very, very laggy. So you're going to have to just hopefully bear with me um, because you know it's just way too much power for this little PC to keep up with. So first thing I do is I open my files, and since I've already got the channels that are the videos that I want to make already in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select the videos that I want to put in. Be this one. I want to use, and I hold down the control key to select more of. Oh, I don't want that one. I want that one. More of the uh, the videos that I'm trying to create. So since I'm doing the one for OBS Studio, and I've already got the thumbnail and the intro video for it all done, I'm going to use that up. So or I'm going to show you how I'm going to edit that one there down. So this way here, you can see how I chop it up and do everything all together. So you open all that up, and it goes into a playlist right over here.
Hey, uh, to get to the next level.
So I always pause the video because it's got to convert it into an edit friendly video. And this could take 10, 15 minutes. Looks like this one here is going to take probably about 4. So I can just kind of run through, you know, basics and all the utilities that I use. I'm going to put in the comment section below for every video that I'm doing for this series. So this way here, at any time you want to use that, you want to go to that site to pick up that piece of utility, you can just go down there and click the link. Um, but in here you have your playlist, your filters. This is where you can add your audio gains and volume levels, uh, editing. So this way here you're not blowing people's eardrums out. You can also do video editing. You can move pieces throughout your frame, add pieces to your frame. I could show you. I'll show you that step by step on how to get through that. I don't do a whole lot of messing around with the properties because it, it takes care of it all by itself. And then export is when you go to finally upload it to YouTube or get it to an uploadable format for YouTube. I just want to pause that because I don't want it over speaking me. So down here you have your timeline. You can add new timelines to your menu. This is where you're going to see your timeline down here. You can splice with this one here, where you chop it off, and then you clip and paste, cut and paste it all. But that'll all be shown as I go through this. You can zoom in and out of your timeline to make it more precise on where you put the pointer, because when you splice, you're going to be splicing at the marker. So I'm going to have to be quiet while I'm playing the video and then pause the video to add my commentary in. So I'm just going to go over to filters because I know I'm going to need filters. So I want to drag this into my play area. And this could take just a little bit of time. See, there's my video. It's basically just an introduction, but still in all. And I want to add gain and volume because I don't want this sitting up here. I don't want the volume sitting way up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that down. And I normally use about 7.7 because that's the threshold where my microphone on my camera is generally, at its peak. So I'm just going to play this a little bit.
Hey gang, to get to the next level, hey gang, to get to the next video, you want to click this next video right here. This one will take you to the next video that I'm talking about in the OBS and editing sessions. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
As you can see, that's just my ending video. So I can make this a whole lot bigger. Go back to the beginning, or close to the beginning, and I'm going to find out where I got my best take.
Hey gang, to get to the next level,
It's right about there. So I'm going to hit the splice, and then it cuts it right at that section there. See how the two faces come up? So then I highlight this one here. I click on this section here, and I can just cut that right out of there. So now, when I play this, I don't have that mistake.
hey gang, to get to the next video, you want to click this next video right here. This one will take you to the next video that I'm talking about in the OBS and editing sessions. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Since that is the ending part of my video, I'm going to take that and I can drag that down the timeline. I'm going to bring it to about 12 minutes. Right about there. Okay. So now when I scrunch the timeline up a little bit, you see it's all the way back here. I have all this free space to work with. Okay, so now I go back to my playlist and I look for OBS is already in an editing friendly format, whereas my camera is not. So that's why this doesn't have to go through the conversion process. So I can just drag and drop that anywhere in my play area. There. Now that it's in there, I'm going to check out my my volume to make sure that it's at the peak that I need it to be at. So I'm going to go back over to filters. Hey gang, this is Kid back. Notice how it's a little bit softer. YouTube asked me to do this video series about how I do my editing. And in order to show you, I have to show you a program that I'm really not that experienced with. See, that's now it's a little bit louder. I'm just learning how to use this program for doing screen captures, and that's what I mainly downloaded this program for. Was so this way here I could show and explain at the same time rather than just say, take my word for it, you got to go, third one down, Um, so this way here I could show rather than just explain. Um, when you open up OBS Studio, this is okay. After going through and checking out, you know, if and where I made, boo boos and errors that I want to trim out, I'm actually quite happy with the section that I've recorded here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and trim off the front and the back by just finding out where it is I stopped talking. I use this particular program, which is right about. Let me zoom in on it a little bit more, which is right about there. So again, I go to split it playhead, highlight this section here because that's a section that's in question. I'm just going to cut it out. Then I'm going to go to the front end of it because I know I always put a 5-second, like 3 to 5 second silence at the beginning so I can clear my throat or do whatever and, basically focus on what I'm going to do. And then that just gives me time to relax and give you the best possible experience I can give you. So I'm going to go and tell, hey, it helps if you know how to use the program. So I'll put the marker at the front, then I'll hit the play button. Hey, gang. Then I'm going to bring this marker back to just before the bumps go up. So then I can trim that off. Cut. Hey, gang. See? This kid back. Now it sounds like I, started it right there. Okay, now I'm going to zoom back out. Not that far. Okay, now I'm at 1 minute and so on before the beginning of the video. So I'm going to go back to my playlist and I'm going to find this. This is the intro. Okay. So, and again, you just pop that in there. And then I want to zoom in on it a little bit. I like to have that about there when I'm just messing around with this. And then I'm going to look at where I have something interesting to say to hook people in. The people at Think Media, Nick Nimmin, D Nimmin, um, uh, people at Prime Video, like Justin Brown, they always say, give your video a hook. So I'm gonna pause the. I'm gonna pause it, and it's gonna sound like I got, you know, like real, like a real big epiphany on what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna find what I want as the hook, and then I'm gonna uh, show you how to trim something out of the middle without destroying the actual piece of content. Okay, I found the part that I want to put at the front because it not only shows how good this program really is, but at the same time it promotes how great they've made it since the previous versions. So at least in my opinion, I think I do them a little bit of justice. So I've got my marker set here where I want to start my clip. And what I do is I hit the split at playhead to give me that split. And then I play it until I get to the ending where I want to stop my hook part. So I'm just going to give this a play and then see where I end up. Right there. I don't want my hook to be too long because you've only got like between 5 and 10 seconds to capture your audience. Right there. Okay. So that's the chunk. Let me get this down a bit. That's going to be the chunk. And it's going to be roughly 20 seconds. That's still, a bit much, but I believe that with that little piece, with that 20-second piece, it'll get people excited to see how it can be used. So I just split it at the playhead again. So I got the two pieces. And then what I do is I highlight the piece that I want to use as my hook. And then I right click and then I copy. And then after I've done that, I hit the back button, the undo button, twice to get rid of those splits. Okay? See how there's no splits in there anymore? No splits. So now when I want, I can drag that and move it around wherever I need to. Otherwise, it's going to be like I got to drag 2 or 3 pieces over, and it's like a pain in the butt. So the hook should you generally go at the beginning, and you just want to hit the paste, and there it is. So what you got to do is you got to take that, move it right to the front. And here's where we're going to zoom in and zoom out quite a bit because I want to make sure that I'm starting the video right at the beginning. Otherwise, there's going to be a little black space in there, and you don't want that. Then I zoom back out to find this piece, and I bring it over really close. I don't want to touch it just yet. Then I zoom back out again. I slide this piece over just so that I've got, a little bit of space in between. Looks like I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit to get that last piece. Bring that over here. Right. Oh, there's one piece that I forgot to bring in. Where you at? I think I'm going to use that one today. I already know what that sounds like. There. Now, and the audio that's on that is directly from YouTube Studio in the audio section, the copyright free music. So I made sure I use that instead of finding, like Metallica or something like that, because I definitely don't want copyright strikes. I'm going to zoom way out, or zoom way in, and then I'm going to move these pieces. And you see, I can overlap them just a little bit. And then what I do is, and this is very important, this is a very important step to take when you're overlapping, because you only got one shot at overlapping it properly. So what I do is I'll overlap it and then I'll play it. I'll play that section. So this way here I can see if it satisfies me. Looks at this. Like the looks of this. There. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now the next transition is way over here. The big chunk. Oh, excuse me. There. Yeah, for some reason it dragged the edge out a little bit. And what that does is it puts a blank in your, yeah, you see it dragged it out a little bit. And that puts a blank. Hey, gang. This is Kid back. So you want to make sure it darkens up before you start sliding. And I don't want that much of a transition, so I'm going to zoom right in on this. I just want this to just nudge. Hey, gang. This is Kid back. Okay. A friend of mine on YouTube. There. Now, I'm going to zoom back out because I need to catch that last piece at the tail end here. Take this, highlight or grab it, make sure it highlights. That's how I use this particular program.
Hey gang, to get to the next video, you want to click this next video right here. This one will take you to the next video that I'm talking about in the OBS and editing sessions. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hit the pause on that. Bring this one over. I just want to tuck that in at the very end.
See you in the next video.
There. Now, that's how I piece it all together. Now, in order to put like splashes up, okay, like if you watched my adventures in house sitting video, I have some splashes that I put up for extra camera roll kind of treatment. So in order to do that, what you need to do is you need to go over here to these three tabs, and you hit that, and you track options, and you want to add a video track, and it puts it on top. Now the order of things is the higher up the item, the more visible it is. So if you want to put like something to splash onto the screen, like I'm about to do, then what you're going to want to do is put that on top of your main roll. If you want your main roll, like your main body of information roll to be secondary, then you put that up on top. That's probably not the way you want it to do it. So, and you can put audio clips, like videos with audio clips up there and everything. But you want to split your you want to split a section away so that it's not competing with the main information. But I just use this to put little camera splashes up. Like, um, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this guy down in here, and you'll see what and I'm going to need a filter. You'll see what's going to happen. What you have is a scene, and you can have as many scenes in here as possible. There's as many scenes as you want to run, A roll, B roll, C roll. See how that just whatever pops up? Um, and then but each away. One of the scenes has sources right there. That's where I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slide this over and then butt it up to where my marker is. Now, I don't want that whole thing, the whole screen to be beaten up by this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a filter. Come on. Got to highlight it. Got to add a filter. Go to video filters. And we're looking for size and shape. Size, position, and shape. Size, position, and rotate. So then it comes up with an editable box. You can just drag one of the corners in. And then drag it wherever you want it. Just like that. Now, what I should do is put one on each side. But I'm not going to. I think that would be kind of neat. But now what'll happen is, I'm going to go back a little bit. When I play it, experienced with, I'm just learning how to use this program for doing screen captures, and that's what I mainly downloaded this program for. Boom. Was so this way here I could show. That's how you get that, and explain at the same time, rather than just say, take my word for it. You got to go, third one down. So that's how you put a splash up piece on your screen. Now, if you want to put in, I'm going to just pick a random. I have all this. I downloaded a bunch of copyright-free music from the YouTube video or YouTube Studio, and just so that this way here I had a bunch to use it, whenever I needed it. And what I normally do is I like to put a little bit of music in the intro that I make, like this little section here. So this way here, it's not like, you got sound and all of a sudden nothing, and then all of a sudden sound again. So this way here, I got a little bit of a, something extra. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this down here, track options. I want an audio track because the audio track actually goes underneath your video. So playlist. Where is add a source to the playlist? Now, when I go to edit my audio for the intro piece, I like to make sure that I'm not cutting or trimming anything that I've already done. Okay. I know it seems a bit of a waste of time to pull it all the way over, trim out the piece that I want, and come all the way back. As you'll see how I'm going to do this. This is the safest way I found to do it. So come all the way over here outside of my timeline. Now, I know for a fact this is going to blow your eardrums off. So I'm going to audio, gain and volume. I'm going to whip that way down. See, I only want it about halfway. So, yeah, right there. I'm going to trim that off. Trim that piece right out of there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag it all the way back to the beginning of my intro. Now, I know this seems like a bit of a waste of time to do it like this, but I just don't like having my video getting all chopped up after I've got it all done. Oop, there it is. Now bring it right to the beginning of that transition there, because I know that that's my hook, that's my intro, that's the body of the piece of work. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my marker. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Bring my marker right to the end of the transition. I'm going to highlight this piece here. I'm going to hit the trim button. I'm going to highlight this piece here because that's a piece that I want gone. And then clip it. Now, when I look at my timeline and see that I've got this little bit of music here, and I know that this one here has already got music, so that's good there. So there's my entire timeline. And when I play it, studio, this is kind of the interface that'll come up. They just recently did an update, which I think looks amazing. It's clear. It's easier to follow. It's easier to navigate. Um, I really like the looks of this. Hey gang, this is Kid back. And that's a friend of mine on YouTube asked me to do, and that's how it's going to wind up on YouTube. So now what we have to do now is to export it. Now that I'm all happy with the way that it's gone, I got my music in my intro. I've got my camera splash on where I want it to be. I've got my hook, my intro, my main body. I've got my outro, and then I've got my little card at the end. So I've got everything that I need. Now it's time for me to export it. So I hit the export button, and there's a YouTube export. I always make sure I highlight that. I don't know if it's really necessary, but I just do it anyways. And then I hit export file. And then you got to give it a name. So I'm going to give it the OBS Studio. And I always use, when I'm completely done my video, I always type in finished. And I want to make sure I put it in with the video editing stuff. So I hit save. And this is going to take a little bit to save. So I'm going to pause the video or pause the recording while it's doing that. And then I'll pick up when it's done. Okay, as you can see up here in the jobs section, it's got 3 minutes to go. This whole process is taking about 20 minutes. So that's why I paused the action in the OBS studio for a little while. I don't really know a whole lot about Shotcut to begin with. I just know how to use it to do what I need to do. There's many more facets that are available to people in order, you really want to dig deep into this. Check out some other videos on it. I was only asked to show how I do my stuff, and that's basically this video here. Um, but uh, once this is done exporting, it's going to ask you to save it as an MLT file. And I always just say, oh, okay, whatever, because, it can't hurt to have an extra style of file for your video. Um, it's a much smaller condensed file. Um, so, yeah, I just say, yeah, okay, save it, whatever. But now this is almost just about done. The next video that we're going to go through is going to be uploading to YouTube. From the stuff that I've learned from Nick Nimmin, um, vidIQ, Channel Masters, Primal Video, Think Media, all the gurus that really are out there to help people promote their YouTube business to the next level. I've learned a lot of little tricks and tips and stuff like that to make the video, look a little more polished, to bring it to another level, um, to, try to give the viewer the best experience that I personally can with the budget I have. And my budget is free. Like, I don't have room in my budget for the premium packages for all these programs that I have. I wish I did, because yeah, I'd scoop them up, because there is so much that these programs and utilities that I have available to me. There's so much more potential to be able to ramp the growth of your channel to levels that you can't even imagine right now. So, you know, I hope that everything that I'm doing, this series of, instructional videos instead of comedy videos that I'm making for my friends and people on YouTube to watch and help grow their channel. I'm hoping this helps bring your channel to the next level so that you can get into the YouTube partner program, get YouTube money coming in, get affiliate marketing coming in, be more presentable for affiliate marketing so you can get the higher tier affiliate marketing stuff. Just, I hope that what I'm showing gives you a little bit of hope that, yeah, anybody can do this. Because, like, hey, if a non-tech savvy guy like me can make a video look, you know, partially fancy with free software, free applications, free utilities, then you can do it too. So I'm just trying to, bring a little bit of hope that, hey, you can make a go of this. So I'm trying. Like right now, I'm still trying to get into the YouTube partner program, get my views and watch hours and stuff like that up. So once this is completely formatted for YouTube and exported for YouTube, then it'll save it as an MLT file, and then it's pretty much a ghost story after that. But it's slowed down quite a bit because I'm running two programs at the same time. And YouTube, when I go to upload to YouTube, yeah, it's going to take forever. Because, like I said before, this computer is pretty slow. And saving it to the MLT file takes like literally no time. There it's done. And then when you go to click the X button, it says your project has been modified. Do you want to save the changes? Hit yes. It saves it to an MLT file. And you just give it the same name. OBS Studio finished. And then that's where it ends. That's how I do my Shotcut editing.
Hey gang, to get to the next video, you want to click this next video right here. This one will take you to the next video that I'm talking about in the OBS and editing sessions. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.